Well, people in South Florida have started their spring cleaning a little early this year by rounding up green iguanas in their gardens and on sidewalks and streets. Unusually low temperatures have sent the animals into temporary hibernation. Authorities say it's an opportunity to control a troublesome, invasive species.
It's raining. Iguanas? Record low temperatures from a recent winter storm have cold-stunned Florida's invasive green iguana population, forcing them to lose control of their muscles and fall out of trees.
They don't die, so they'll just slow their heart rate very, very slowly. They go into a hibernation state. Once it warms back up down here in South Florida, they'll slowly warm themselves back up and become active again like nothing ever happened.
In the meantime, residents and professional pest controllers are making the most of this unique opportunity to collect as many of the reptiles as possible and deliver them to the local wildlife authorities to be euthanized. The lizards, which can grow to be 1.5 meters long, are considered pests because of their impact on native wildlife and plant life.
Just us alone, and for our company, we're over 1,500 removed just on our own and through our local partnerships with some of the counties.
Given their sharp claws, teeth, and a whipping tail, people must bring the iguanas to the local authorities in secure cloth bags, because you wouldn't want to be holding one when the temperature heats back up.
Yeah, I want to pull in Melissa Miller. She's a researcher with invasion ecology at the University of Florida. Melissa, it's good to have you with us. I guess when the temperature does rise, these iguanas are going to wake up and, yeah, they're probably going to be in a bad mood. But is it necessary to kill them? Is euthanasia really the answer right now?
Right. It's definitely not the situation that we want to be in here in Florida with having to euthanize animals. But doing it humanely, it does allow us to curb the population and prevent further spread. And that helps protect our native wildlife. It helps prevent some of the damage that they cause to infrastructure and erosion.
Well, what is that, Melissa?
Unfortunately,
what is that damage? What is that damage that they're doing?
Yeah, so they're known to compete with native species. So we have a burrowing owl, and that owl is often evicted from its home because iguanas will take it over. We have seawalls that are compromised through erosion. We have also native tree snails that have been found in the diet of the green iguanas. And human well-being and safety, iguanas love to defecate in pools, in patios, and on docks. So there's lots of documented impacts, and taking advantage of a cold snap like this, like we're having right now in Florida, can help us curb the population.
And we're talking about an invasive species, which means they're not native to Florida. So how did they get there, and when did they arrive?
Right. So we started seeing iguanas in Florida in the 1960s, and they arrived through the pet trade. In 1995 alone, iguanas, over 1.4 million were imported into the U.S. So ultimately, they get here through the pet trade, and then through accidental releases or escapes or intentional releases, they've become established, meaning breeding in the wild.
I mean, I can imagine if I were an iguana living in South Florida and I wanted to survive, I would be hoping that climate change continues and that the sea levels rise, because that means you'll be able to go even further north into upper Florida, maybe Georgia, the Carolinas. I mean, is that what is going to happen?
Yeah, I mean, with climate change, it is a possibility. So we're already seeing iguanas. They were introduced into extreme southern Florida in Miami-Dade County, and now they're on particularly the coast, east and west coast, all the way up to central Florida, with other observations in even areas more higher north. So with increased temperatures, they could move their range further north.
Okay, well, we will be keeping an eye on what happens to them in the near future, also what happens to them as they move possibly further north. Melissa Miller, we appreciate your time and your insights tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.